Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod After Dark. I'm Jeff, and there goes your social life. And joining me on the other end of the internet, my cuz-host.
I'm Leslie, and may I please remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty.
Fair. It's a solid point. Um, oh, all right, yeah, all right. My notes on this episode are kind of they go in one direction, and which means there's other things that weren't in my brain until just now. Again,
Oh,
and the idea of the way that Cher is smart is something I want to talk about. It's just not in my notes. So remember that I said it.
I'll write it down.
Awesome. Thank you. This week, Cheesemeisters, we are talking about Clueless, the 1995 Emma in Beverly Hills 90210 masterpiece, written by Amy Heckerling, who also wrote the Look Who's Talking movies. Look Who's Talking and Look Who's Talking Too. You never saw those?
No.
Oh, those were fun. Um, by the time we got to the second one, I was like, oh, I get it. Now he's talking to Roseanne. She's a baby too.
You're going to get, it's just going to bring out the snob in me to mention anything where a baby's talking. I'm like, ew.
It's cute. It's not, the baby doesn't talk. It's you hear the baby's inner monologue.
Oh, thank God. That's way less weird.
No, there's no
Ugh.
moving baby mouth thing at all. No, it's just you hear the baby's inner monologue.
Okay. That is,
Yeah.
people
And Bruce
sell
Willis
things to
is
me
the
the wrong
baby.
way. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
Bruce Willis is the baby, and it's John Travolta and Kirstie Alley. It's cute. It's funny. Um, there's boob jokes in it.
Oh, shocker.
Thumbs up. I know, right? Also directed by Amy Heckerling, and she directed such films as Fast Times at Ridgemont High, National Lampoon's European Vacation, and those Look Who's Talking movies as well. So,
Okay.
she's done a bunch of stuff, and then she's also since then done a bunch of TV, like Gossip Girls kind of stuff. Um, those kind of things. So,
This is the
uh,
only thing I've seen of hers.
okay. That's not true for me. I've seen the other things I've mentioned. You haven't seen European Vacation?
No.
Huh. That's a shame because anytime you look at the map or a picture of London, it's required to say, "Hey kids, look, Big Ben, Parliament," because of the scene in European Vacation when they get stuck in a roundabout and it's like 5 times and he can't get out of the roundabout because he's bad at driving roundabouts. Look, Big Ben, Parliament. So, yeah,
So dumb.
it is so dumb. But here we are 40 years later, and I am not the only person who every time they see the London skyline says, "Hey, look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament."
Oh my
It's
God.
out there. It
I'm
is out
so
there.
glad I'm not watching Doctor Who with you.
Hey, look, kids. I know it's tough, but it's the way it works.
God damn it. I'm already gone.
I know I like it. Um, I haven't even to talk about this movie yet, and you're already giggling. So
I know.
I feel good about where we're headed. This movie stars Alicia Silverstone as Cher, Stacey Dash as Dion, Brittany Murphy as Ty, Paul Rudd as Josh, Elisa Donovan as Amber, Donald Faison as Murray. I'm reading this whole fucking cast. I mean, I'm stopping at a certain point, but it should be noted up front that I love all the people in this movie.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm going so deep into the cast. Brecken Meyer as Travis, Jeremy Sisto as Elton, Dan Hedaya as Mel, Carla Tortelli's husband in Cheers, Nick
Oh,
Tortelli.
yep.
Come on. Wallace Shawn. Come on. It's inconceivable. As Mr. Wendell Hall, and Twink Kaplan and as Miss Toby Geist. This is a deep cast. There's about a bajillion characters in this movie. We are watching this in conjunction with season 6, episode 2, Buffalo Gals Can't You Come Out Tonight and Dance by the Light
light
of the Moon. What to wish you the wrong.
Oh, I won't tell you. If I do that, it won't come true.
And we want it to come true because you're trapping my soul here for all eternity.
I am so thrilled
Hashtag
we
Mary's a
do that
witch.
entire bit each time.
People
She's
need to
my.
know that Mary's a witch.
I don't even care about that. I applaud our dedication,
Yeah, it's the best.
and
Um,
I'm trying to help make us a drinking game for the
oh,
Cheesemeisters.
there you go. Yeah, well, there's material. Um,
Yes.
our spelling connection this week is Elisa Donovan, Miss Ginger LaMonica herself.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Did you notice? Did you know? This is a dumb question because you just saw her on 90210 for the first time in your whole life.
Yes.
But I did not realize that this movie came out the summer before her 90210 episodes.
Weird.
This comes out in like summer of 95 and she's on 90210 2 months later. So they
Okay,
caught her at a zeitgeisty moment, you know?
that's crazy because she looks more mature in the movie, and you know what? It
Hmm.
probably comes down to I don't want to besmirch makeup and hair, but like, I'm sorry, makeup and hair people on 90210, you make it very clear. One, you don't like redheads. Two, you don't like anyone not the cast. Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
sure you're tired. I'm sure you're stretched thin, but like,
Yeah. It could also be that major motion pictures have a higher budget for shit like that.
it's Aaron fucking Spelling.
Still, he's working for like the fourth network. He
Okay.
doesn't have ABC dollars anymore. He's got Fox money, and Fox money is like
Oh.
janky paper clips and shit.
Oh, great.
Yep. So it's boom mics in the shot. I mean, what are we talking
It's
about?
okay. It's shaky cam. Yeah, we'll get to it next
I
episode.
mean, 90210 is filmed not on a sound studio, but it's in a warehouse. So it wasn't soundproofed. Like planes going overhead were a problem. Like for as big as it became, it was a pretty low budget operation to start with.
Got it.
So, you know, I just they didn't have all the money you think they had. So at least that's my impression.
That's like learning now about so many of our favorite sitcoms being on the chopping block the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I just assumed that was gonna. I just figured there'd be a Coach season 8, which there probably was.
Wow.
Coach was funny. That was a good sitcom. Um,
Went over my head as a kid. It was
Big
on.
thumbs up to Craig T. Nelson. Dauber is real funny because he's like a real good dumb character.
Is that Jerry Van
Um,
Dyke's character?
no, that's Luther.
Oh.
Yeah, he's also
Luther.
really really funny as a different kind of dumb character. So yep, thumbs up to Coach. Random. This movie Clueless that we're talking about this week, Rotten Tomatoes 82%, 60 or 76% on the popometer. I'm a little surprised those aren't flipped.
I am too.
Yeah. Maybe not though in retrospect because of the Austen of it all.
The Austin of it all.
Yeah, the Jane Austen of it all. The Emma of it all.
Oh, I thought you meant Texas. And I'm like, what does Texas have to do with this?
No, the Texas dip. Um,
Ah!
no, the fact that critics would understand the literary reference that the target audience for this movie would not understand the first time they saw it.
Yes.
You know, um, so what this movie is, as previously stated, Cheesemeisters, is Jane Austen's book Emma, set in 90s Beverly Hills. And my contention is that most of the target audience of this movie, teenagers in 1995, I was one of them, had not all read Emma. Some had, but all had not. And the target audience for this movie is teenagers in 1995.
Yeah.
And the teenagers who loved this movie not entirely, but primarily girls. I mean, like girls loved this thing when it came out and still do. Um, not all of those girls are going to like this movie because it's Emma. They're going to like this movie because it's fun and it's funny and the fashion. And then later, when they learn that there's a book called Emma, they'll appreciate it on a different level, you know,
Yeah.
because they're teenagers. Like,
Yeah.
so critics, I think, would see this movie and go, that's a really good adaptation.
Yeah.
And bump it up a little bit for that in ways that the general audience wouldn't be able to until
Yeah.
maybe. So maybe that makes sense that although it's not like they took this popometer like the minute the movie came out, it's people going on there and rating
No.
it now. But also, not everyone now, grown-ups, have read Emma.
I mean, I like to think of myself as well read.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I don't know. I haven't gotten to this one. I even bought it once for $5, and it's one of those that sat on my shelf for a long time. I fully plan on reading Sense and Sensibility before the next adaptation comes
Mm-hmm.
out. But like again,
That movie's good. I like that movie.
well, and that's the thing. This is crazy. I want to read the book. I want to watch the old movie, and then I want to watch this new one coming out.
Gotcha. And all I know about Emma is
Yep.
that. That's all I got.
Yeah.
The
Another
Gwyneth
one.
Paltrow cover of the DVD case. That's all I know.
Yeah. I swear the movie covers I know from Blockbuster days.
Sure.
Vast.
Yeah. So I'm not someone who has read Emma. So
Should have had Laura on.
we both what's that?
We should have had your wife on.
I know, right? So here's where I landed, and we've talked about this off mic. So I think it's safe to say this is where we've landed, broadly speaking, on this movie. I don't love it. And I know that lots of people love it.
Yeah.
And and when that happens, I'm always curious about the disconnect. Like, what is it that they love about it that doesn't work for me?
Yeah.
Not in a like one of us is right and one of us is wrong. I'm really curious about why this works for people. And I asked around and I got answers and none of them like fully satisfied me. Like I understand that's what
from what you shared. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just from what you shared with me, I also really wasn't satisfied by it. They felt like the typical response of why people love it. And I have a hard time believing this many people have read Emma in a world where literacy rates are low.
It's true. But I don't think that's the only reason people love it.
It's not. That's just one that I remember.
Yeah. It's a big one. It's a big one, but it's not the only one. But I think it's interesting to me that we sort of look at that. But before we dig in, let's talk about the award winning of this movie. This was nominated for 4 and won 2 MTV Movie Awards.
Of course,
Are you
it
shocked?
did.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
It won for Best Female Performance for Alicia Silverstone.
Of course.
It won for Most Desirable Female for Alicia Silverstone, which is quite the category.
Oh, yeah,
it was
that's
nominated.
Weird.
It is weird. Who do we want to boff most? That one. Yeah, it's gross. But, and not for nothing, I sent you a text of this earlier. The 1996 MTV Movie Awards had a category for Best Sandwich. MTV Movie Awards are deeply strange, and I'm not going to sit down and watch them ever, but I really enjoy conceptually how weird they are.
Yeah, no, that is a delightful category. No one can get hurt. No one can feel bad. Like,
right. Just enjoy that sandwich, man.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Craft Services.
Right. This was nominated for Best Movie. It lost to Seven. Have you seen Seven?
No.
What's in the box? We'll have to find a reason to watch Seven. it's borderline horror.
I've
Like
had
it's
that yelled
suspense.
at me.
It's deep suspense. Um, yeah, yeah, not a feel good is what I'm saying. Um, and Alicia Silverstone was nominated for Best Comedic Performance, but she lost out to Jim Carrey from Ace Ventura: Pet
Oh,
Detective.
that's not fair. You're
What do you mean
always
that?
gonna
Like
lose
she's
to Jim Carrey.
that's kind
That's
of
not
yeah.
fucking fair.
I know it's a rough year to be nominated in that category.
Excuse me while I throw myself off this ledge. Well,
Yeah. Here's the thing. This is an 1995 was an interesting movie for iconic comedies. Uh, the other nominees this year for Best Comedic Performance were in Tommy Boy, Happy Gilmore, and Friday.
she's the only woman, isn't she?
She is, yeah, yeah. Um, but those are iconic performances. Chris Tucker in Friday. Even if you
Mm.
haven't seen Friday, you know Chris Tucker in Friday. Tommy Boy and Happy Gilmore, both iconic Sandler and Farley roles.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura, like the most iconic Jim Carrey role, probably. Um,
Never seen it.
I'm not a fan. And then Alicia Silverstone in this. What is interesting to me is that two of those things I actively don't like very much, and the other three I love. You
Mm.
know, so at first I thought, am I just out of step with 1995? Because I'm like, Jim Carrey, everybody fucking loved him. And I prefer him as an actor, not as a comedic force. It's just too much of
That's fair.
it's just a face that, he's very elastic, and that's kind of it for me. Like, I'm like, okay, I
Mm.
get it. You made another face. I know that I'm selling him short, but that's where he lands for me. But at this moment in the mid 90s, when there's all these comedies come out that are tent pole for the people that they're tent pole for, this one, it has folks caping for it.
It's
People
funny.
really love Clueless.
Yeah. And like I know I think I know all of these films except Friday,
Mm,
but I've only seen Clueless.
gotcha. You've only seen Clueless.
I cannot stress enough how little comedy there was in my household growing up.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
but I was thinking when we started this and you asked about National Lampoon's European Vacation, I'm like, I wonder if my mom also didn't like Chevy Chase because we never watched those films.
Those films, they were a little rated R.
Yeah,
So they were like,
I
we
know
didn't
that
watch.
now.
Yeah, we didn't watch Vacation either. Even though like they edited for TV version, and it's like, whatever, they take out all the whatever.
Wait,
Um,
this is neither here nor there, but I know I've seen this clip and I forget how. Is European Vacation the one where he has the camera and he's filming his wife do a sexy dance?
I don't remember. Maybe like
Okay.
I have very clear memories of like three things in European Vacation, and most of them involve Big Ben and Parliament.
Outside of Christmas Vacation, this is just this is the random clip I have seen from another National Lampoon movie.
Gotcha. Okay, so you've not seen the first one either.
No.
Interesting. All right, chalk it up.
Only
we have
my
many
dad
years
was
of
allowed to be the comedian. We didn't watch any funny business.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we have many seasons of movies to do
Thank
ahead of
God.
us. So now we know some things that are in the blind spot. So,
This is why I'm so dull.
okay. All right. You just have a little pity party over there for your dull boy. Dear Lord.
I say this stuff before anyone else can say it.
I'm not sure anyone was out there going, who's fucking dull? That one. The one dressed like a checkerboard? That one? Off
This
with
is
her
as-
head.
This is as close to Cher as I can get.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so let's see what happens in this movie. It's about Cher, who's a rich girl in Beverly Hills who um, is pretty vapid and pretty naive, but smart in a offbeat kind of way.
Yeah. She's
Like she's
clearly been, I couldn't help but notice how infantile she is this whole time.
sure,
And maybe it's
yeah,
just with her dad, but she's clearly sheltered.
yeah. She's kind of always doing Val's goody goody voice,
Oh my God, yeah.
you know.
Daddy?
Yeah, but she means it. She's not being manipulative with it because it's
Yeah.
just who she is with everybody. Um, and she's like, I don't know, she's got some bad grades because she doesn't give a shit really. She thinks she can talk her way into anything because her dad does, which is like a certain kind of smarts and a certain kind of skill, and she has that. And she wants to like fix one of her grades. So she decides the best way to do that is to get two of her teachers to fall in love with each other. um, and so she manipulates people behind their backs, um, to give them things that maybe they do or don't want. It's hard to say because she never asked. Um, and that works, and they fall in love. And she's like, "Look at all the good I'm doing." Um, and Paul Rudd is her stepbrother who like comes and moves into her dad's house because he likes the dad, and there's lawyering to happen. There's a case that's being worked on. I don't know. It's a fucking thing. Um, and Paul Rudd is like a college kid, so he's like calmer than all these high school boys. Like he's just calmer,
Yes.
like across the board.
Perfectly.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because the high school boys are lunatics, and Cher's like, you should never date a high school boy.
She's not
But
wrong.
it's fair.
But also,
Um,
don't date older.
right? Yeah, yeah. Relax.
A little weird.
Um, but then there's like the high school boys in 1995. We didn't dress like that. That looked like 1999. Those
I
outfits.
was
I don't know what
thinking
that
the
was.
same thing. I was like,
Yeah,
this is not 95. Maybe,
I was
again,
really surprised. So I guess it was like a joke that to me just looked like it was 4 years too early. Because I was like, oh, they don't in 1995. They don't know that that's going to be what boys actually dress like in high school.
I mean, but I feel like for a movie like this, where fashion was clearly going to be a big part of the aesthetic,
Hmm.
they probably were looking at, I don't know, fashion in other areas because other like places around the world tend to be ahead of us. And so
Yeah, I mean,
if they were like in Paris, if they're already dressing, if the boys in Paris are already dressing like this, then yeah, they're gonna have the guys dressing this way too. I don't know.
okay,
It's a weird chicken and egg situation because it's like, did
yeah,
they come up with this or did they see Paris, London,
yeah,
some other, Monaco doing this?
yeah. There is
Who
there's a
dressed trashy first?
right. There's a scene in A Hard Day's Night where George is wandering around and he gets pulled into the office of like a fashion magazine because they think he's like showing up to be in the fashion magazine, like he's gonna be with Susan in the new ad
Oh,
campaign. And they're like, "Oh, he's set to be with Susan," and he's like, "Now who's this Susan when she's at home?" And they describe, he's like, she's a tastemaker. She tells you, what to wear. What would you say if I showed you this? And he'd say, I'd say it was grotty. And they're like, ooh, write that word down. Grotty. What does that mean? Grotesque. It's grotty. Um,
that's
and,
fun.
yeah. And he's like, oh, well, of course it's grotty. That's the point, but you're going to love it. You're going to want to buy it because Susan's going to tell you. And he's like, who's Susan? That bird on TV who gets everything wrong? And he's like, sometimes we just turn the volume down and make fun of her. And the ad guy is like starting to palpitate. He's sweating now. And he's like, get him out, get him out, get him out. He's ruining it. He's ruining everything. And he was like, oh, and he checks his calendar after they kick George out. And he's like, oh, whew, okay. The change isn't set to come for 3 weeks. He's not a sign of the new times. He's just a troublemaker.
Oh my God.
But they have like the fashion that's going to hit down to like in 3 weeks. It's going to be something different. It's going to be this grotty shirt. It's kind of the same thing. Um, just in the 90s and more colorful because George is
Yeah.
in black and white. Who's this Susan when she's at home?
Grotty.
Grotty. It's dead grotty, that.
I
That's
don't know
that's a
why.
bad George. It's more of a
I,
John.
I like when they call us birds.
Yeah, there you go. Because your bird can sing. And I think you're right about us being behind the times, but also they were making fun of those boys.
Yeah.
Like they were like boys dressed like clowns. And so like I don't know if they would like be taking the fashion, being fashion forward in mocking them. I think they so I don't know. It feels like they're just making fun of them. But I don't know.
Yeah, which like if guys weren't dressing that way at the time, feels kind of like it just feels like a pointless guys are stupid joke. Like there's
Well,
plenty
I
of other
mean,
material. You don't need to you don't need to create something.
that's true. That's true. But I mean, the movie is like, I don't know. It's super fucking 90s. With like, I just had this image in my head of the computer program that Cher uses to match her outfit at the
Also, I mean,
beginning.
I wouldn't that became a game
Did it?
in the late 90s. Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah. I went to disneychannel.com to change Lizzie
oh,
McGuire's clothes.
sure. Yeah.
And
But
that's
you couldn't
like
do it with your own inventory, which is, a crying shame.
no, it really was. But also, I don't know. My closet was never that huge, so I could just.
True. Yeah. I got 3 pairs of pants. What goes with these?
Yep.
I have 6 shirts. Mix
You
and
know,
match.
when you think about it, a lot of the stuff in this film wasn't stuff that was common in the general public yet. Like cell phones were, like, yes, they were a
Yeah.
thing, but teenagers certainly didn't have them in 95.
I did not. Let's see. I'm 96 was when I knew someone who had a cell phone.
Wow. In our
Yeah.
hometown?
No, in Bloomington.
Okay, Bloomington's different.
Yeah, because I was at college. But yeah,
Yeah.
96 is when I knew someone with a cell phone. I didn't have one until like 99, maybe.
Do you remember where they were from?
Gary.
Well, outside of Chicago esque. So
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, not a drug dealer. Everybody calm down.
that's not what I thought. I was just thinking Northern Indiana's more with it than Southern Indiana, which
It depends on what it is, I suppose.
possibly.
Yeah. But so Cher has like all these clothes and she's a big clothes person and wears clothes. It's exciting. And um and she's friends with Dion. Stacy Dash is a fucking problem, but whatever.
I mean, there's a two of the leads are some problems now, but we don't have to go into it. People know. People have the internet.
I know. Anyway, so she's in it and they're friends and they're all dressed fancy and she's dating Donald Faison, who I enjoy. He's like her big dopey boyfriend.
He's amazing.
He's such a clown. He's such an over the top caricature. I enjoy his performance in this. He's so silly.
I just enjoy him in everything.
That's true.
He's so good in everything.
Yeah. Yep. We're fans. And they have a whole thing going on. And then Brittany Murphy comes to town and she's from New Jersey or something. She's like Daniel LaRusso. Um, if the Cobra Kai guys tried to bring him under their wings or something and like do a makeover.
You guys have Coke?
Yeah.
This is America.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Booger sugar. She's a mess, I think, a little bit. And she doesn't know that she shouldn't date high school boys. I don't know. And then Cher's like, makeover time, and they make her over, and they're like, go out with this boy time, and she tries to make her go out with somebody, and it doesn't work or whatever. And then Cher meets a guy who she thinks is great, except for he's gay, and so that's not going to be a dating situation. And and then
Who?
people
Wait,
break up, people get
we
back together. Go ahead.
we've got to totally mention the fact that this guy is dressed and donned up exactly like Jason Priestley.
Yes, he looks exactly like Jason Priestley.
Exactly. And
Uh-huh.
of course, there's been a line about how Cher is saving herself for Luke Perry. So,
Yeah.
wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more.
Uh-huh. And I was listening to the cheerleader song, whatever that song's called. Uh or no, Supermodel. I want to be a
Yeah.
supermodel. The Jill Sobel song on the soundtrack. And there's a whole verse about Tori Spelling. Like, I was like, this movie just keeps saying 90210 right here. Hi.
We want to be friends.
Right. Which, like, you would think that would mean I would like it more. You know?
I mean, not necessarily. I think making that assumption is in a similar vein to assuming a reboot is going to be as good as the original. It's not. It has the chance to be good in its own right, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean like yeah.
But like,
Things
I mean, it's yeah. I don't know. It just it doesn't.
This
I
doesn't
don't
have
think
the
it's
same heart. I can't believe I'm saying this.
well. This isn't as ridiculous as 90210.
It's ridiculous in a different way. It's ridiculous in a
Right.
way that I think makes sense to the
Yeah.
audience.
Uh-huh.
Whereas, like, this whole plea to get us to empathize with rich kids
Yeah.
is a stretch sometimes, especially for the
Yeah.
situations they put them in, because it's like, not everyone's going to be going through that.
Right. Not all of us do drugs when we wear hats, David.
Also, the kids in this, well, Cher, anyway, learns something. They never learn anything on
Okay.
90210. I say that
Does
loosely.
she? Okay.
She learns what
Okay.
makes her happy, and that is helping people.
Okay.
And then she learns that she's in love with Josh, which we'll also get into more.
Okay. I'm so of like I have like four different thoughts in my head right now.
I'm sorry.
And it's just because you hit a bunch of stuff. So let's quickly let me say that this show is ridiculous in a different way from 90210, and I think that might be part of why it doesn't work for me, because the way I enjoy 90210 is not the way everybody does. Like, I like it in a very specific, ridiculous way. And that's a different ridiculous than this one. And I think this one is more mainstream.
I just had a thought to go with that.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we watch 90210 and think it's hilarious. And it's not
Yeah.
meant to be funny.
No, not all the time.
Clueless is meant to be funny,
Right.
but do we find it funny?
I don't generally, no.
I don't really either. There are some moments, but for the most part, I was just, yeah, the comedy doesn't quite hit for me.
Yeah, I think that's part of it for me, is that I think this is for a different comedic sensibility than the one I have.
Well, remember that other teen movie we watched that was supposed, you didn't think She's All That was funny.
I barely remember She's All That.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember, I'm pretty sure that's the one you were like, no, it was Josie and the Pussycats.
Yes, I thought that was meta and interesting.
Yes.
I liked what that was doing, but I
It was
didn't
also
laugh.
She's All That. It was both of those. They weren't like as funny to you as they are to me.
Yes, she's all. Oh, yeah, she's all that with the glasses. Yeah. That. Oh, yeah. There's nothing there for me. But people don't love that as much as they love Clueless. But I think that there's just a little bit of me operating on a different wavelength.
Oof.
I think the Clueless love is more than the She's All That love, but there is a lot of She's All That love.
Then I am in a different group because I am definitely with the She's All That love people more.
Sure.
Or maybe I'm alone. I can't keep track anymore because
I think the Venn diagrams largely overlap, but you're on the outline.
yeah, and I don't know. I'm with you. Like, I don't love this film. This film is like a nice pillow, but I have other pillows, and
Right.
you know what? This movie is like my beanbag chair. It's comfy and it's an option, but I don't use it all the time.
Okay. That's good. Because those are bad for your back. Um,
Oh
there's
wow, thanks,
not a lot of
mom.
not a lot of lumbar support is all I'm saying.
You know,
Um,
she forgot I turned 37, so it makes sense. She
yeah.
she keeps thinking I'm 17.
I'm talking to you from the other side of 50 Mountain, and you won't forget.
Damn, what am I gonna
Lumbar
do with
support's
this
important.
now?
I don't know. Enjoy it. Bone on it. Whatever. Roll
Oh
it.
my god.
I don't care. It's yours. Let the dog sleep in it.
She doesn't want to sleep in it. It's too high for her to jump onto, and it doesn't smell
That's
enough
rough.
like me.
Well, roll around on it for a little while. Fart on it a couple times. She's gonna be like, home.
This this has been advice from Jeff.
That's right. I'll teach you how to live, kid. What's up? All right. There was okay. So that was one of the things that you said that I wanted to make mention of. And I've totally forgot like the other three at this point, which I knew was fucking gonna happen.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
it's okay. Um. Oh, you said she learned something. Does she?
It's
Except for what
debatable.
she likes, because I'm wondering if this is. I'm trying to figure out why I don't like it, or it's not that I don't like it. I just don't love it. It's fine. Um. But she's a fucking meddler. Like,
Yeah.
this is who she is. She doesn't ask anybody what they want. She assumes and tries to make it happen. And sometimes it works, like the teachers. Sometimes it doesn't work with Ty and rolling with the homies.
Mm.
And and then she tries to keep Ty from dating Breckenmeyer and his skateboard, and like fucking get out of people's business. Share Jesus, like
Yeah.
she's a meddler, and she's bad at it. Like and she doesn't understand the things she doesn't understand, which is fine. The character is clueless. That's what the movie's called. I get it. But there are never any consequences for her for the shit she does to other people. And I wonder if I think that bothers me. Like, from a character standpoint, like people are like, she learns that she loves Paul Rudd. I'm like, well, that's stepbrother porn. So congratulations, pervs. Like, you
Yeah.
guys love that shit. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Kink away.
Yeah.
But um but okay. I mean, that's the thing you love about this movie is like she dates her stepbrother at the end.
This I think people like this movie too deep down because it's safe. Nothing bad happens. I mean, the worst thing
Right.
that happens to her is she gets mugged at gunpoint, except they make it funny. She's,
Right.
I don't know which came first, Carrie Bradshaw getting robbed of her shoes or
Yes.
Cher. I'm pretty sure this.
This.
But like, she's all like, I don't want to lay down. This is such a nice dress. Like,
Yeah.
and she's
Totally
not
forgot that.
worried about her stuff being taken. She's worried about her stuff being ruined. Like
Yeah.
nothing bad happens. The worst thing that happens, I mean, you would think that'd be the worst thing that happens to her, but really, she's most upset by failing the driving test. And
Right.
that's what sends her on this emotional spiral, which, hey, I failed twice. I get it.
Brenda failed twice. She saw Henry Winkler, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, driver's test trauma.
I know.
The meeting is next Wednesday. But yeah, I think one of the reasons that people like this and why I can at least be like, I'll watch it if it's the only thing on, like, nothing bad happens. It is a Disney film.
Yeah.
It's safer than a Disney film. No one, I mean, her mother did die, but we saw it off screen. It wasn't, or nothing, we never saw it. And also,
Right.
again, they make it a joke. Anything bad happening is written off as like, oh, that happened, simple liposuction thing. But wasn't she a beauty?
Right.
I sent her a little love message every day or something. Like,
Hmm. I
it's
mean,
fluff.
yeah, but
It's
like,
sheet cake.
yeah, I get that. Like that does feel true to me. But like the Jane Austen of it all complicates it because like a lot of people say, like my friend Kevin at work and some friends on Facebook were like, we love the fact that she was able to so interestingly update Emma for the 1990s. And like she does, like there's a lot of really little subtle things that she does that are clever little references to the book. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. Like I've never read the book, and so I didn't see those connections.
Yeah.
But I understand, like as someone who like loves The Simpsons and loves it even more when they make a joke that references a thing that I know, like
Hmm.
the money is buried under a big W.
Yeah.
Like the whole it's a mad, 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 mad world thing where you're like, oh, I get those jokes now because I've seen that thing. It's a reference. I understand it. So I understand that making you like it more and like be more impressed with it.
Yes.
But I don't know that I'm so impressed with someone taking a universal theme and applying it universally.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point. Like I've seen West Side Story. I know this can be done. I know you can take old books and set them in a new time and jazz them up with some
And
Sondheim, and you got a whole that works. I've seen it work. So
yeah.
it doesn't mean that it's not like cool that she did it, but I also don't feel like she invented the wheel here. So I'm not as impressed at this feat as
Yeah.
others seem to be.
No, I hear you there. That may or may not be a great way to seg into. I realized something earlier because I was thinking about modern adaptations of classic literature.
Uh
You
huh.
know, I'm in, all for it. Even though there are definitely times where like you go into it, especially as a kid, and you don't know that this is based off something.
Yeah.
You feel really smart once you hear it and tell people.
Yeah. Sure.
Um, and then maybe if you're interested, you go and find that thing and read it.
Hmm.
I just haven't done it with Emma yet.
Yeah.
But I started making this list and I went, oh, we've done a few of these, and you hated them.
Did I hate all of them? Really?
Not all, no, not all of them. I
Oh,
I was
okay.
really I was on a kick for a minute here, and you'll see why.
Yeah.
Romeo plus Juliet.
Oh, yeah. Hated
Yep,
it. Too loud.
she's all that.
Yeah, didn't like that. It's fine.
Cruel Intentions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
fine.
don't. And here's uh, I'm
We
gonna
may be onto
adjust my
something here.
theory.
Good job.
Thank you. Um,
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to like throw out accusations or anything, but I'm thinking you might not be a fan of at least 90s adaptations of classic literature.
I
Because you
that
like West Side Story.
I do like West Side Story. Yeah, you held up a mirror and I saw me. Um,
It's
yeah,
me. Hi.
yeah. No, I think that's part of it, I guess. I don't care for these. Like they do nothing for me. That my react except for Romeo plus Juliet equals loud, which I actively dislike. The rest of them I find merely meh.
I
And
will
they all
say,
make me feel the same meh way.
and here's the thing though,
Uh-huh.
because I think, and I just realized this,
You
I
like them
think
better.
this, no, I think the same could be said about me with Ott's adaptations
Hmm.
of classic lit. I
Okay.
hate She's the Man.
I never saw it.
I
So
don't like
okay.
it. Yeah, any of these I list, I know you won't have seen, and that's fine.
Okay.
Easy A is fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
I know what that is. Sure. Okay.
I do love 10 Things I Hate About You, but honestly, I may not try to force you to watch that now because regarding 90s.
I I think my reaction to that movie is going to be exactly the same as to these other ones.
Which
Okay.
is so sad because it's the one good adaptation of Taming of the Shrew.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care for Bridget Jones's Diary.
I don't either. Laura brought that one up last night. I'm like, nope, pass.
I I saw one. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Um, I do like Shakespeare in Love, which is like it's not
I
even
liked
really an
it.
adaptation. It's a look
Yeah.
at how he made Twelfth Night.
It's different. Yeah, I've seen that once. I thought it was fine. Saw Gwyneth's boobies, so I was okay with that.
There you go.
I was
The
19.
last
What do you
there
want?
were so well, yeah. There were many others that I didn't bother writing down because I was like, we don't care about these, or I don't care.
I'm kind
The
of.
only
Oh, okay.
the only other
I'm
one I
curious
wrote
what else I'm missing. Yeah.
Well, the only other one that I wrote down, which I think we can both agree on, is we would like better than all of these. My Fair Lady.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's kind of a slow musical. It is not West Side Story.
Right.
But in terms of all of these all of these movie adaptations of classic lit, it's better. At least for
Yeah.
you. I do.
It's also possible that
Yeah.
at its core, I don't enjoy classic lit. Like
Interesting.
it may be possible that I don't like those kinds of books. Like I've never read any Jane Austen.
Oh.
But if you had said to me prior to me seeing this movie, if you had said that in a Jane Austen book, one of her books is about a precocious girl who conspires to get two of her teachers to marry each other, I would have believed you 1,000,000%. That sounds exactly like something that would happen in a Jane Austen novel, and sure as fuck it does. That's what happens in this. But I was like, somebody had said that. They were like, that in the Jane Austen novel, and I'm like, that sounds exactly like a Jane Austen novel. Oh my God, I should go. I can hear this whole book read to me on the Who Gives a Shit channel. Like, that doesn't do anything for me at all narratively. I'm not interested.
That's fair.
You know?
I've only read Pride and Prejudice, and the last time I read it, I don't know where this idea came from, but I was just like, this is not as feminist as everyone thinks it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got into the Bronte sisters, and
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely more my vibe.
Okay.
But
I hated Wuthering Heights. Oh, I hated it.
but Jane Eyre is so good.
I'm not read Jane Eyre. Some of these books I hated so much that I don't want to look at the other ones. You know what I mean?
I finally finished Wuthering Heights recently, and I don't hate it. What I hate is everyone only focusing on the love story. America, it's a revenge story.
Okay.
I'm leaving
Here's
it at
all
that.
I remember from Wuthering Heights is there was a Monty Python bit where they did Wuthering Heights via semaphore. You know what
Oh
semaphore
my god.
is?
Isn't it
the
a type
flags.
of piano?
No,
Oh.
it's communicating from hill to hill with flag movements. It's like on the cover of Help. The cover of Help, they're doing semaphore.
Yes.
And the Monty Python bit is just like Catherine on her hill spelling out Heathcliff, and
That's
him
amazing.
on his spelling out Catherine, and it made me laugh quite a bit. I will say that I watched Sense and Sensibility. I really liked it. I thought it was very funny. And Laura doesn't think it's a comedy. And I'm like, I'm 90% sure it's a comedy. Like, and I asked people, and they're like, no, this book's supposed to be funny. And I'm like, good, because it fucking was. I haven't seen it in 35 years, but it tickled the hell out of me. I thought Sense and Sensibility was really good. So I guess I don't dislike all of these things, but maybe it's just not a for me thing.
Here's the thing with classic lit, because ever since Wishbone, I have been an avid fan of those. I'm not kidding. That dog did so much for me.
I love when people get into stuff through those weird ass little side doors, because that's what those weird ass little side doors are for.
That's what they're for.
Yeah, that's the whole goddamn point. So it's super cute. I love it.
And so it's one of those things where, granted, I was reading books that I definitely did not understand, but I was reading them and I had fun reading them because, like, you get the general consensus.
Yeah.
And then you get older, and unfortunately, you get to a point where, like, you might be too busy or too stressed, or it's just too damn difficult because of every notification, every device notifying you and
Sure.
trying to
Yeah.
interrupt you and keep you stupid, that it's hard to enjoy these things.
Hmm.
Because the older books, you have to be somewhere quiet.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to be somewhere for a while, focused.
Yeah. To
And
be able to sink in.
and so it's harder to enjoy stuff like that now.
Yeah, that's
Except
true.
in my healing era, and for funsies, I do want to get back into Austen and see how I feel about her, because I'm like,
Yeah.
people keep making movie adaptations for a reason. Why is
Right.
Austen the one woman writer that people are like, yep, do it, throw all the money at it, like,
Yeah.
and I've adjusted
Yep.
my opinion. She's feminist for her time.
Okay. Well, there
They
you
still
go.
get married. Still feminist, it's fine, but
Yeah.
like, calm down.
Okay. I did. I thought. Maybe I'm excited still. It's hard to say.
I'm telling
Um.
I'm telling other people.
Oh, okay. Um. Adventures in Intimacy.
Let's do it. And you know what?
All
I
right.
think, I mean, I want to break down the intimacy, but I also want to do something a little different, because at the
Mime.
core, no,
Oh. Okay. Because this is partially an audio format, so I wouldn't
it
recommend it.
is. Okay, wow. You love throwing me off. Like, I'm gonna be scared. And what, man? When I finally get back into improv classes, thanks to you, I'm gonna be amazing. Stop it. Let me have
I'm
my
in a
segment.
podcast box. All right,
Oh
go
my
ahead.
god. Anyway, I thought I would do something different today,
Okay,
because
do
at
it.
the core of this movie, and as this movie ages, is an important question.
Okay.
Why do we ship Cher and Josh?
Do we?
Like,
Okay, I guess
I
people
mean,
do.
that's a better, well, I don't even know if that's a better question, because I don't, the
I
movie
think
wants
yours
us
is the
to.
better question. Yours is the right question.
Do we ship them? Or why do we ship them? That's
Mm-hmm.
the question. Why do we ship them? Because I'm going to I'm going to bring up the first obvious thing. Stepbrother.
Yep.
Granted, they say ex stepbrother many times.
Right.
They even have a scene. It's like they knew. They knew this was weird. And they made a scene to deal with it. To that end, I reply, then why didn't you just make him not related to her? You knew
Yeah.
this was going to be weird. You knew
Yeah.
this was going to be a source of contention, because it's
Is
1995
it
America.
is it from the text? Is I feel
I
like
don't
that's
know.
I feel like that's probably from the text.
Okay. But then, so I'm watching the movie with that mindset, thinking, okay, how am I going to feel about this? How are we dealing with this? And then they have the scene where she has a line where she says, "You're not my brother." And I'm like, okay, they're acknowledging this. They know that this could be weird. And then as they're kissing in the very end, I went, she just failed a driving test. She's 16. He's in college. Age of
Okay.
consent in California is 18.
It's a problem. I can answer the first question.
Tell me.
I looked it up. Uh, the Josh character is Mr. Knightley, and he is her brother-in-law. Specifically, the older brother of the man who married Emma's sister. So
Okay, that's still detached.
They made this overly icky.
They made this so icky.
Yeah,
Why did they do
unnecessarily icky.
that?
That's a good question. I don't know why you do that then. That's nuts.
I don't know why you do that. And I think you also knew you were doing it, and that's why you cast Paul Rudd, because no one can be oogied by Paul Rudd.
Right. Yeah.
Like, Paul Rudd is one of the few remaining uncontroversial men in Hollywood.
Yeah. It took him
It's
too
so
long
weird.
the mess he made in that cafeteria though, and like that, how hard they had to ask him to clean it up, and the attitude. Ugh. Boo, Paul Rudd. For how accurately you depicted a teenager.
I my bar is so
Yeah.
low on the kind of acting work I want now, but I want to do that at some point.
It's a really funny scene. Um, yeah, okay. Knowing that they're moving him from brother-in-law to ex stepbrother, I
you
dislike that choice.
you could have still, I mean, actually no, she's 16. You can't do a brother-in-law thing. Yeah, he
You
could
could
have,
do the
I think I
younger. You could do the younger brother of her sister's husband, which is
sure.
the thing. It's the same
Yes.
brother-in-law relationship. You could do that, and then he's 17 or whatever.
Yeah, that's perfect. If you want to keep, if you're so desperate to keep the brother tie in, you
Yeah,
weirdo, heckerling. Um, I don't even know if that was your call, but I'm assuming because you're the writer and director.
she wrote it. I mean, yeah, yeah. It's a weird choice that I don't love.
And a lot of people don't like it anymore. But clearly they're okay with it enough because they still love this movie.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's because the love story, it's so funny. I feel like the love story is so thrown in. And I know it's based off Emma, and I don't,
Mhm.
again, have not read it, and that's okay. But like for this film, it feels very thrown in near the end, even though they have been planting seeds throughout
Yeah.
this. They are always in close proximity. They're always
Hmm.
like being touchy in like that love hate way. Like they had this elbow war at one point,
Yeah.
and they always have good eye contact with each other. Like
Right.
they are close in
Yeah.
their love hate sibling rivalry kind of way.
I like their relationship.
Yes.
Like, I like the way they are together. I understand why those two characters are drawn towards each other. I don't understand why he has to be her stepbrother. I think that's fucking weird. Um,
Yeah.
but again, I think it's weird because it's such a prevalent thing in porn, and
Yeah.
to make it a '90s teen rom com thing is discordant. It's
Yeah.
very weird to me that she's like, what this movie needs? A stepbrother instead of a brother-in-law, because I can get rid of two characters if I make him that. But you have 75 characters in this movie anyway. Like,
But
I could understand taking, if you want to streamline the plot a little bit, get rid of a couple of characters, make it work for this format. Sure, but you could just have those two characters be, sir, not appearing in this film. Like, they could be my sister and her husband who live in New York,
yeah.
and they aren't here this week. But this is
Yeah.
her. I don't know. They got stuck in Vale with Donna skiing or something. Um,
But
there's a
I
million ways you can do that. That it doesn't have to be stepbrother.
and he also doesn't have to be in college.
Mm-hmm.
I like I don't
He needs to be smarter than her, though. Like, and not like book smart, but he needs to be more worldly than
he
she is,
can be
because she
going
is so naive.
he could be going to a private school, boarding school. I don't know. Or he could be in college, but we need to then write a line that he was a prodigy or something, and so he got like he's younger than all of the other college kids
Yeah,
because he went early. I just
yeah,
in this day and age, it is really, I don't care regardless of whether or not what happens in the real world. Movies
right.
are meant to be examples and need to lead us to better things. Hope not all of them. I'm not expecting everything to be a role model. But like
I
movies,
understand why you don't like
story, yeah, I don't, if I have to explain it, then you'll never get it. And I don't mean you,
it.
I mean
No,
like other people. Like if
yeah,
you don't
I get.
understand why it's harmful to constantly have this trope of older man with underage girl
Right.
in film, I
Hmm.
can't help you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna take up the pro pedo stance here.
I know.
Um, that's not a hill I'm gonna die on, because I don't want to go near that hill. It's gross. Um, but like there is a, like, like 6 weeks ago he was 17 and she was 15. Do you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
it's such a technicality that like it was okay for them to date 6 months ago, and it'll be okay for them to date in a year, but in this little window we say it's bad.
Yeah.
And like so like like I don't super care about it from the standpoint of like freshman in college and junior in high school. Like,
But yeah,
you
and I don't
know,
want to get too caught up in the weeds about it, and I don't like I know where you're coming from too, and I know it's murky. It's just it's one of those things that I'm
yeah.
like it's weird, and if I don't address it, then I'm just
No, I
participating in the irresponsibility of art making.
100%. Chris Suter can go fuck himself.
Absolutely.
We're in agreement. Inappropriate.
I'm going to give Paul Rudd this. So I want to break down their intimacy a little bit. Because it's fine for the most part. When I rewatched their kiss on the steps, I did find it a little weird how abruptly he just goes in for this kiss when he's like, "You care about me?"
Right.
But Paul Rudd does the work. Like, you know, whether or not he felt weird about like, oh, I'm just like going in and grabbing her face and kissing, like
Right.
it's a lovely kiss. Yeah. Well, and here's the great thing.
You're the Brandon Val other hand.
She puts her okay, here's a fun thing to note now because arms are such a good guide to make sure lips hit or that you get the right part of their face.
Yeah.
Because people are always worried about bonking or something. But
Right.
like she puts her arm out on his to be like, oh, Josh, playfully. And then he goes in with his, I'm going to say downstage, even though it's film, with his closer to the camera arm, pulls her in by like base of her head and they kiss. And yeah, it is pretty abrupt, but you know, movies love that. And it's fine. Again, if you're scared and you're not sure, you just go for it. Works for the story. I noticed they have another little kiss after that, but it's more or less the same. It's just longer. And they both kind of do the eyes of like, yeah? Yeah. Great. Their kiss at the wedding.
Is that the one where she's like open mouth tongue?
Yes! And he looked like he was trying to keep his mouth closed. And I was like, way to go, Paul Rudd. You're, yeah. Like,
I'm going to get that tongue in there.
Oh my God. Horrifying. Ugh. I'm reminded of high school. High school theater.
I'm reminded of last Thursday.
Oh my God.
I
Trying to have a little pickle tickle and she wouldn't open her mouth. Poor Laura.
I know. She's a saint, my wife, putting up with my nonsense.
But yeah, Alicia's full open mouth, sticking out her tongue, and Paul Rudd is doing the best he can. You can't really tell, but then as he was tilted again more to the camera later, his mouth is closed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, even if he let her tongue in, he did not respond further than that. Right. He like closed it after that, like, I'll just quickly go through the other intimacy in this, although I'm pretty sure people only care about the Cher and Josh Vidal, and that's fine. But there's other stuff. There's a non-consensual moment between Cher and Elton because he like kisses her during that card game, you know, drops the card, kisses her. And,
right.
You know,
Yeah.
Very teenage moment. Story. Very teenage moment. But then they're in the car later and he's once again like really trying to get with her. And luckily, I mean, he stops, she pushes him away, but he keeps trying because he has seen one too many movies and learned that no means yes.
Yeah.
Or got that hint. Anyway, but you know, she takes herself out of the picture, gets out of the car, and he's like, all right, well, you don't know vines. Damn it. There's this
I
vine.
know what you're laughing about.
Okay, I'm going to explain it for anyone who may
Please
know.
do. I explained so many jokes to you before I tell them. Go ahead. Explain it.
Elton is the guy in the Vine who's on his phone and says, "So no head then?" and throws down his phone and breaks his skateboard. That's Elton in this moment.
Agreed. Fuck this
Shut up,
skateboard.
Jeff.
If this skateboard is preventing me from getting head, I'm getting rid of this skateboard. If this is the only thing between me and some head, I'm no more skateboard. Sorry. Turning
So-
in my elbow pads.
I'm totally gonna make time now to explain Vines because I mean, one, I was
Yeah,
behind the
sure.
times too, but they're fun. They're stupid. Anyway, there's this awesome locker room moment, and I say awesome because the lead women fully clothed, women behind them in their skivvies, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, let's make the women who are being paid less get down in their skivvies. I don't know if that's how it is. That's how I interpret it.
There you go.
But I'm a bitter woman. Take what I say with a grain of salt.
That's right.
There's some
Any
that
other-
fell out of my wounds I rub them in.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I want to talk about Cher and Christian because I thought their intimacy was really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like, I say obviously, like, of course he's gay. He's well dressed. No, that's not the case. The camera shows him making eyes
Yes.
at other dudes
No.
and talking very closely.
The movie
and-
tells you he's gay before she knows it.
Exactly. But they do but you can see why she might get confused because he like dances with her, he gives her a peck on the cheek. He's very nice to her and like is close to her. I think she's had the seed planted in her brain, but she's like, no, we're going to have sex. He's the one I want to be with. And she
Right.
he comes in and she like leads with her chest
Mm-hmm.
to try to like make herself look available to him. Like, aren't you going to kiss me? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Denied.
She's like, Ray, do you want to know what color my bra is?
Yeah. She rubs her foot on his and he covers her feet. Like, I'll warm them up with a pillow, not my feet.
Yeah.
And this rejection hurt so good with how they played it. Cause like, again, he's leaving, she's hoping for something. And you can tell he feels a little bad, but also doesn't want to like lead her on. And he just like takes her chin very sweetly, like a little, like, you know, be good, honey.
Yeah.
And then he's like, here, give me a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cute and sweet. And thankfully, I did not have that problem with my gay prom date.
Oh, well, there you go.
It was
He
unacknowledged
gave you
at
the
the
tongue?
No, it was you want to know something really funny? We had an audition for Barefoot in the Park and like this
During
guy had
prom?
no. This
'Cause
was
that's weird.
he was my dance partner. And then he ended up being my prom date cuz, you know, most trusted guy I knew at the time and he asked me. And I didn't want to have any pressure to do anything. So we had this audition for Barefoot in the Park and there's a kiss in the scene because, you know, why not have high school kids kiss in an audition?
In an
No.
audition, sure. Would you shave your head for the audition, Brenda? No, Roy Randolph, but I
No.
might for the part.
Oh my God. So anyway, we're like, should we kiss for this? And we try it. And I kid you not, right afterwards, he goes, ew. And in my brain, I went, oh, okay. Think
Yeah.
you might be gay. But he
Yeah.
was not ready to come out and
that
respected.
That was about him, not about you.
No, exactly. And you know what? Shout out to little Leslie for having the confidence and her few abilities at the time to be like, oh, that's not me.
Yep. Yep. No, that is an interesting experience that I've not had. So, you know.
And yeah,
there you go.
I remember, and so not similarly, but I'm just thinking now about the end of prom and like, you know, he went with his friends at the end of the night and I went with mine and he like gave me a hug and it was very sweet. Like he was trying to fulfill some kind of like prom date duty. And I was like, it's fine, buddy. Like,
Right.
I wanted to go with a friend, and you've been the perfect date I could have ever asked for.
Nailed it.
I know.
I like it. Um, any more intimacies?
No.
All right. Why don't we roll with the homies to Needle Drop Forest? Um, this is a fun soundtrack. I was listening to it while I was taking my notes. Uh, like the rest of this movie, I have no emotional connection to any of it. Even the Counting Crows song is like, it's just a song. It's a good song.
Yeah.
The Ghost is a really good song. But it's because I didn't love this movie, that song didn't become like a thing, in my head. The way that um, uh, Baby I'm a Big Star Now, and what was the one at the end of Rounders? Maybe that's what that one is called. Um,
I don't
the one
remember.
that's in the credits of Rounders that wasn't available anywhere.
Yeah. I
That
just don't
song I
remember.
love. Yeah. But I, like this one has the song that stands out is "Rolling with My Homies." Like it's so silly that like it's what she just keeps, and then she has like she says that phrase in like five different ways. Like one of them's like adorable in love girl, one of them's like misses him, one of them's like so sad rolling with the homies.
I know.
Like
It's such a weird song
yeah,
to be.
our song or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Um,
choice because it's just very particular,
I don't know. See, I mean, I agree. This is a good soundtrack, and yet it kind of gets covered up in the movie, except
Yeah,
for I really like Kids in America. And the
yeah,
fact that
that's an
that's,
interesting version of it.
yeah, the fact that that's the opening song, I'm like, oh yeah. And of course,
Hmm.
played it on a rock band. So I immediately
Oh,
start
perfect.
playing the
You're.
bass.
I like it. Um, anything from the soundtrack other than that you feel?
Oh, yes, fake plastic trees really
Oh,
grabs me.
yeah.
Um, I I don't know a lot of Radiohead.
Hmm.
Um, what I know is from movies, unfortunately. But like the more I hear, the more I'm like, maybe I should explore them more.
Um,
I don't know how well this fits with the movie because I'm like, I don't think any of these characters have the depth that this song has.
Josh does. Like that's the whole thing. Like,
Yes.
is that
Oh, okay.
Josh is a Radiohead fan? Yeah. Um,
Oh. See, and that's the thing. I forgot where all of these songs were.
yeah. And so Radiohead is. I mean, I say go explore. I don't think you're gonna like all of it, but
Probably not.
because they like the first couple of albums, the Bends and OK Computer, and something else, whatever the fuck it's called, um, Pablo Honey. That's the first one. Those first three albums are pretty um, guitar like alternative rocky,
Okay.
and some of that stuff I really really like. And then Tom York decided he didn't want to do that anymore, and things got weird. And some
Mm.
people love the way they get weird, and I don't get it mostly. Um, so some people really love Kid A and the things that came after that. I'm good. But you may be one of the people who dig it. So
All right.
um, yeah, but I do think those first. I I'm one of those basic bitches that likes the first three albums from Radiohead, and I saw them open for REM in 1995, which is pretty cool
Wow.
on the Monster tour. Yeah. So, um, all right, what else time? Is this anyone's defining role? Yes.
Everyone.
It's not
Except
everyone.
all the kids. Well, everyone except Donald Faison.
Yeah, it's not his. Yeah.
No, he
Um,
is.
it's not Paul Rudd's.
No, maybe
He's
it's just
he's.
all the women's.
I think it Paul. Yeah, maybe.
It's
Although for me,
absolutely.
Elisa Donovan is Ginger LaMonica or whatever. So
Yeah.
I mean, this movie's, I don't know,
I mean,
whatever.
I knew
Like,
her first as Amber,
sure,
but I like her better as Ginger. I'm
yeah,
going to remember her better as Ginger. She's kind of
yeah.
forgettable as Amber.
She has way more to do as Ginger.
Yes.
You know, like she has a, I mean, she got that whole thing with Brandon in the bed at the beginning, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
The episode's named after her. She's the tart, I think.
And
So
the Buffalo Gal.
yeah, both of them. She gets 2 episodes named after her. It's not Nick Tortelli's, Carla's husband
No.
or dad. Definitely not his. Um, Obviously, it's not Wallace Shawn. That would be inconceivable.
You keep saying that word. I don't think you know what it means.
I don't think it means what you think it means. Um, yeah. So it's but it's definitely hers.
It's definitely hers. Well, yeah. It would be nice if it was Stacey Dash's.
Wouldn't it?
It would
It'd
be
be
so
nice if,
nice.
yeah, and it would be nice if it was like it is Brittany Murphy's. It's just it would be nice if her end wasn't so sad. Um,
Yeah.
but this is definitely her defining role, 100%.
Yeah.
Um, um, are you familiar? Speaking of what else, with the Alicia Silverstone Aerosmith music video trilogy?
No, I haven't seen them. I've heard of this.
Okay. Um, so she did off of their 1993 album Get a Grip, the one whose album cover is pierced cow's teat. Uh, they did a number of videos from that, but they did 3 from side 2. They did Crying, Crazy, and Amazing, and all of them are kind of ballady.
Hmm.
Like the album has a bunch of stuff on it that's not ballads. Like Eat the Rich is very much not a ballad. It's awesome. It's really fun. Wake up kids, half past you, saying nothing really changed but the dates. You're a grand slammer, but you know Babe Ruth. You got to learn how to relate. Let me swing it from the pearly gates. I got all the answers, and lo and behold, you got the right key, baby, but the wrong key hole. Yo. I listen to Get a Grip a lot. I really like that album.
No.
I know, it's weird. But those 3, the Crying video was the first one, and it became a phenomenon,
Mm.
and it was everywhere. And she got super famous from it. And then they did 2 more videos. One of them at least had Liv Tyler in it, Steven's daughter.
Mm.
And the 2 of them, like, I think they rob a convenience store and they dance on a stripper pole, and they're out there causing havoc, driving a
Fun.
car into a field. They're having a great time.
Have fun at
Um,
work, honey.
yeah,
Thanks,
exactly.
Daddy.
That's right. But those videos are worth the watch because that's what got her this role. Like she was so
Oh.
big from those that they were like, oh, she would be perfect for this. I guess it makes sense to me that those were first, but like this blew up even bigger than those were, and those were huge.
Yeah.
And then she sort of, I don't know what it. Like there wasn't. I mean, she had a career, I think, but nothing really followed this.
No. And she's another one that weird stuff has come out about in recent years, like there is with many other celebrities. It's
Mm.
nowhere near, I shouldn't say
I've
nowhere near.
missed all of that.
It's, again, this is not the show for it. Like,
Right.
I'm not here to, other than like Marlon Brando and his method bullshit, um, I'm not here to call out other people on their
With the
weird
exception of
things.
every method actor,
Yeah. No, you
like
all
Dustin
absolutely deserve to be.
Hoffman, and
You all absolutely deserve to be called out for making the workplace toxic. Yeah. Fuck you very very much.
but yeah, I don't know anything about that with her. I just don't. I haven't paid attention. But she's really good in this.
I may
Like,
even have it wrong and think it's someone else, which again is why this is not the show for it. Like,
right. Anything else?
um, okay. Did you hear the line that he said everywhere in LA takes 20 minutes to
Yes.
get to?
Bullshit. Bullshit. Yep.
See this. See, Jeff. This is why Hollywood needs to be more responsible, because this is the problem I've had with New York. You see all these TV shows and they're getting around willy-nilly and it's fine.
Sure.
It's not taking a whole hour to get to Brooklyn from anywhere.
It takes an hour to get to Brooklyn from everywhere, even Brooklyn.
Everywhere. Even
Mhm.
one edge of Brooklyn to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yep. I don't know.
Why don't they
I
tell
just
you these things?
I assume that every place is an hour away from me. Like I just assume that wherever I'm going in Chicago,
mean-
it's gonna take me an hour.
That's where I am now.
Yeah, it's just better to do it that way. Just assume that, and if it's gonna be longer, figure that out before you leave. But, yeah, it's what happens. So the 90210 connections with this movie are strong. We've talked about them a little bit already.
Yes.
We talked about the Jason Priest. There was actual mention of Jason Priestley and Luke Perry.
Yeah.
The Christian character is straight up dressed like Jason Priestley, like
The hair.
the hair, the sideburns, the fucking suit. Like
His
he's dressed
eyes.
like Jason Priestley. Yeah, all of it.
He had the
Straight
pout.
Priestley.
Everything.
Yep. Tori Spelling's mentioned in the Supermodel song, and their high school is CU.
That's right.
Those exterior high school scenes were filmed at Occidental College. You saw the arches that are the dorm or the whatever building. It's the only building they ever shoot in front of almost. You know, it's where Lenny with his boots lived, and
Oh,
right.
Why would you bring up Lenny?
I don't know. It's where Andrea's dorm room was, and where like Muntz was trying to have sex with somebody in Steve's room, but it was Andrea's room, and the lady RA was there, and that's where Dan Rubin lived.
Dan Rubin.
So I like that there was so much 90210 in this movie. You just can't get away from it. So
Nope.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right, what is this the EST of for you?
I think this is the weirdest relationship to ship in a rom-com.
Yeah. I mean,
one of them.
I don't know. I've seen Josie Grossi, so, you know.
Oh!
I know, right? Sorry, my bad, everybody.
I don't know. I don't know with this movie. I really don't.
Here's what I got. This is the As Ifist movie.
There we go.
As if. People really
This is
like
the most
this movie.
Yeah, they do. This is the most plaid.
There's a lot of plaid. Although
across clicks.
And across color palettes too. It's not all 90s grunge plaid.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all Jason Priestley or Holden playing skee ball.
This is the most bad driving of movies.
It's not good. Yeah, she didn't pass. That's okay. All right. Well, I think that once again we have proven my theory that everything comes back to Aaron Spelling.
Even Clueless.
It was fun. All right. So join us here next week, Cheesemeisters, when we watch season 6. Episode 3, Must Be a Guy Thing, where we meet a few new characters, few potential love interests for this season. One Miss Susan Keats, one Miss Tony Marchette. So that's happening. And then join us here next Friday when we watch. Are you in agreement with my mural suggestion?
Oh, yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, we're going to watch Cradle Will Rock because there's a big WPA mural in it. And Colin in this episode gets hired to paint a mural on the Peach Pit. Oh, sorry, yeah, Colin. The Peach Pit After Darks. The whole thing. So we'll be doing that. But until then, Cheesemeisters.
As if.
Peace out.
Hello.